Good evening. 'Tis I, John Wolf. I posted a couple videos here recently in relation to police officers hitting people, beating people, things of that nature. And a great deal many debates have spurned. First of all, I'm going to go on record as saying this. We all have a difference of opinion, folks. But to attack one another is not becoming a part of the solution, no matter what damn side of the fence you fall on. Attacking one another only does one thing, leads to further separation, and that is the furthest from what we need right now in America, folks, is separation. We all need to acknowledge that all of us have what we consider intelligent difference of opinion. Unless you're supporting people that dance on flags, and then there is no intelligence, and I'll tell you. Now, let me explain to you about the law process of being a police officer. No, I am not one. No, I have never been one, but I have some best friends who are. Step one, if you are pulled over or approached by a police officer for any certain suspected crime or suspect of being nervous or whatever, don't be a damn YouTube hero. Don't. I'm filming you. We gonna watch what the hell you do. Because I don't want to sit here and be beat down. Because my rights will be trampled because I'm not white. Man, you doing it because I'm white. Shut the hell up. You ain't a lawyer. Don't be a YouTube hero. Don't sit there and, be an internet lawyer, because guess what? There are federal laws, there are state laws, there are city jurisdiction, and there are county jurisdiction laws that all come into effect. Now, that being said, when they pull your ass over, you be polite. And guess what? They will probably be polite. They might start off with like a jackass. Being polite might save the next person from getting an ass kicking. And it'll save your ass too. Be compliant. Be aware of everything that is going on and what they're stating and what they're doing. Be aware of your rights, yes, but do not sit there and be a dickhead and go, you ain't gonna move me. I ain't moving. You can't tell me what to do. Nope. I'm gonna stand right here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna be a dumbass. I'm not gonna move 2 foot back because I want to stand right here. I'm gonna stand my ground. You can't look in my trunk because you're border control, even though we want our borders secured better. But you can't look at my trunk because that violates my rights, I don't give a damn whether you think there's a midget circus in the back or not. Seriously, sit back and listen to yourselves when you pull this shit. Seriously. Seriously, sit back and think. You are arguing with a man with a gun. You are arguing with a man or a woman with a taser. You're arguing with a man or a woman who probably just got done dealing with some alcoholic, drug-addicted, fucking wife-beating, pervert, homosexual son of a bitch. Not that I have a problem with gays. Be a whatever. Who's all hyped up and making them have a bad day. And then you're going to come along and ruin their day even more just because you're a YouTube sensation. Just because you think you're a YouTube lawyer and an internet attorney. How's that working for you? Just remember, when you're getting tased in the back, you're a YouTube sensation. You're an internet lawyer. Just remember why you're going. You're a YouTube lawyer. Congratulations. Meanwhile, when my happy ass gets pulled over, and I'm polite and I'm respectful, I usually am able to engage them in conversations and things of that nature, and have sometimes actually ended up with a friend. Wait a minute. Hold up. Politeness in society can spurn friendships, even though there may be a difference of opinion. Now, so be polite, comply, don't resist. If the motherfucking cop tells you, lay your ass on the ground, guess what? You're going to lay your ass on the ground because they have the means to put you on the ground. It's called compliance. For the young man who sat there and stated, well, if I owned a bar And just because you argued with the way I made a drink or something like that, you couldn't get physical with me. Actually, technically, they can. You see, that's the beauty of that bar scenario. Any store, any restaurant, any bar, any place you go, if you become disorderly, if you become belligerent, if you show your ass, you are removed. One way or another. And if you don't go quietly, they'll drag your ass out. Trust me, I've been to a bar. I've been drunk in public. Didn't want to be in public, but I was. You know, I know that's hard for people to think about with me. I know people wouldn't realize that, but you know, it's common sense, folks. Come on. Back before we had YouTube, back before we had internet lawyers, back before we had all this shit, and people were actually polite to police officers in society, guess what? Why don't you actually do your research, since you're so great of an attorney, and actually look at the statistics of police brutality and violation of civil rights as it relates to 10 years ago. Even 10 years, folks. Hell of a lot lower than it is today. Why? Because you didn't have people pulling out their cell phones going, I'm going to be a dick. It don't work. Trust me. You do not be a dick to a man with a gun, because he will be a dick back. Welcome to America. And if you sit there and say, oh, well, that's not being a police officer, well, then guess what? I have one simple way, and I've stated it before, and it is the John Wolfe DeVere foolproof way to not getting screwed by the police. You ready? You sitting down? Here it comes. Don't break the law, dipshit. If you see a speed limit, do the speed limit. You can go 5 over. They won't pull you over. Trust me, I've seen it. I've had them pass me when I was doing 5 over the speed limit because they were tired of sitting behind my granny ass. Now, let's get to the other comment that is at hand that is spurning this video of, well, the blacks, if they're black, then they dig their knee in, they kick them, they punch them. Shut the fuck up. That is about some of the most race-baitingest bullshit I've ever heard in my motherfucking life. Pardon my language. Shut up. That argument, that statement is devoid, number one, of any factual evidence. Number two, of any logical base. Police do not just sit there and go, I realize all the blacks think that we hate them. I realize all the black people are already pissed off enough at us because we arrest them because they're black, which this has been going on. This has been a thought process in the black community and some of the white community for many years that police target black people, which just so happens to be that's where the largest substandard of crime is, dependent upon certain areas of the country and intelligence level of the community. And if you want to call me a racist, well, guess what? I'm not a racist because you see me standing still. I wasn't running when I said it. Now, going back to that fact, an officer does not sit there and go, I already know that we're probably being very, very closely monitored for civil rights violations and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's kick a black guy day. Shut up. You're only perpetuating the issue. You are not being a part of the solving equation. You're only perpetuating race baiting and all that crap. They do not sit there and go, oh, look, a black guy, he's being compliant. Let's drop our knee into him. Even though they know that there's dash cams and everything else. Seriously, folks, use some damn common sense. Avoid the law by not breaking the law. It's that damn simple. Have a nice night.